Marvel Studios' own Kevin Feige praises The Mandalorian and talks about how that show led to Marvel Studios being able to do pretty much whatever they want, I guess, with the upcoming Disney Plus slate of releases for the MCU. So first up, Kevin Feige talks a little bit about The Mandalorian, how that was already on the way when they started to work on MCU shows, and being able to see what they were doing, the style of episodes they were doing, the length of those episodes, and how they approached it, that Marvel Studios could take that same approach. And we've seen this. Originally, the MCU shows were supposed to be 6 episodes, 1 hour in length, all the seasons. Then it started to change. Here's 8 episodes, maybe 9, here's 6. Here's 10. Who knows what could change down the road? Again, The Mandalorian showed that you can do a 23-minute episode and a 52-minute episode, and it's fine as long as it services the story and you get what you need to across. But then Kevin Feige got into how they were shooting The Mandalorian, which of course brings us to stagecraft, which is that giant screen that you can shoot in front of. You don't have to go on location. You could pretty much do anything in here. You can drop assets for CG right into the background and even some objects that are in there, and it works. It looks real. A lot of people can't even tell that they're not on location in some of these places. It's that good. So he says they're starting to utilize that. There's going to be multiple projects coming down the road from the MCU that are all a direct result of Mandalorian proving that you can do this. We know, for example, that Thor: Love and Thunder is going to utilize this a lot. And then he transitioned over on into talking about the marketing and the marketing strategy they took for Mandalorian to show the drip feed of content, when and how long before it comes out, when should you start dropping things, how to announce the toys and merchandise that's coming along with it, which we've seen them utilize now every Monday after WandaVision. This is going to be something that becomes more commonplace as the MCU keeps going. And he says that this was all important when it came to the MCU because they're learning from them, because they were sort of like a trial, if you will. And again, it does make sense, right? Because if you look at it, that's sort of the way it goes, and it's the best approach. And another thing that he also talks about is the weekly approach, where Mando decided, yeah, we'll drop 1 a week, but they gave them the option to dumping the entire Disney Plus MCU series in 1 day. He looked at the response to Mandalorian, the chatter and how it goes, and said, no, we're going to take the weekly approach as well. So again, Mando, a lot of influence on the MCU from very, very interesting places. Like how we shoot, how we market, how we put this out, how we tease it. It all contributes back to the great tactic that they learned with Mando on their first outing.